Hello, welcome to Government Connection. My name is Vicki Evans. When you think of the word indie film or independent filmmaker, some of the words that might come to mind are experimental, thought-provoking, artistic, and of course shoestring budget. In 1994, Tucson's PanLeft was born to help activists and artists make video work for little or no money. We're going to find out how they did it because this year PanLeft celebrates 15 years. So please welcome Mary Charlotte Thurtle. Mary, thank you for being here.
It's great to be here.
And Mary is the executive director of PanLeft. And then we welcome Andres Cano. Andres, thank you for being here.
Thank
and
you.
Andres is not only a young filmmaker and on the PanLeft board, but he also serves on the Governor's Youth Commission. So we're going to find out a couple of things about Andres today. Mary Charlotte, PanLeft is celebrating its quinceañera.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about its history and why you think it's unique.
Well, PanLeft, when it originally started out 15 years ago, it was with one single camera that the people had purchased through grants and wanted to share it with the community. So they set up a nonprofit organization, and for a while there we did mostly documentary videos. Since then, we've grown to become a nonprofit media production company that does all sorts of different types of works, as well as work in the community and partner with different groups to provide media services.
Right. Do you think, has PanLeft you two training there? I mean, do you take young filmmakers, experienced filmmakers?
Well, anybody who has a desire to tell their story is welcome at PanLeft. What we do is you would make a proposal and bring it to the group, and we would decide if that fits our mission and fits what we want to do. And then from there, we will provide training and support.
All right.
And we have people that are all different skill levels, from just starting out, never had hands on a camera before, to people who are professionals in media.
So it's the idea that counts, and then you learn to work to fulfill that idea.
Mm-hmm.
PanLeft helps you fulfill that idea, basically.
Right.
And Andres, how long have you been associated with PanLeft, and why do you believe in it? You're on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I became familiar with the organization about 2 years ago when I was working on a TV show that actually aired here on Access Tucson called Snapback TV. And Snapback TV was all about real teens with real stories and just really making sure that youth here in Southern Arizona were given the opportunities to voice their opinion about the issues important to them. And so we had a great group of about 10 high school students actually from throughout the city working on things from storyboarding to the video editing to the hosting of the show. And it was a great opportunity that I was a part of my sophomore year and into my junior year as well. But I actually got involved with PanLeft because of that. I had a very informal conversation with Mary Charlotte over at Shot in the Dark Cafe, and she basically sort of took us in with open arms. That simple conversation ended up being PanLeft accepting to be our fiscal agent in case any money was to come our way. And also, I mean, PanLeft has amazing resources in terms of equipment. There are great cameras that Snapback TV was able to use, and it was, I think, just the perfect fit from the get-go, and I think it really just serves as a true testament to PanLeft's mission to serve all populations, and especially giving youth in Tucson the resources to voice their opinion.
Right. And then how does that, or does it, tie in with your role, and what is your role?
Yeah.
See, that's 4 questions right there.
Yeah.
With the Governor's Youth Commission.
Sure. Well, my role with the Governor's Youth Commission is chairman. I have been in that role for a few months now. It's actually my last year, considering I'm going to be going off to college. But the Governor's Youth Commission is a group of 36 teens from throughout the state working to advise Governor Brewer on the issues that we think are most important to us. So this year we have sort of went in a new positive direction commission where we're focusing on 4 different areas, and those committees are youth experiencing homelessness, domestic violence, education, and substance abuse. And I'll briefly talk about 2. One of them, first off, is youth homelessness. That is something that is on the rise not only in Tucson and in Arizona, but throughout the country. I think the reason why the Governor's Youth Commission chose this topic is because when a child or a youth is worried about where they're going to spend, their night, whether it's couch hopping or maybe staying with a relative or staying on the streets, their priorities get shifted, and education ends up being at the bottom of the list. So that's one of the areas we're focusing on. Also, juvenile justice reform. It's no secret, Vicki, that for too long, youth of color have been overrepresented in the juvenile justice system.
Oh, okay,
and,
right.
there's that whole thing about disproportionate numbers of youth of color in jail, right? And I think the direction that the Governor's Youth Commission has really tried to take is that a jail cell is not going to be the solution to our problems. And we know from research that these youth are, low or medium risk, but they're high need, and juvenile court has not addressed those needs. So, if a kid is stealing something at a local shopping center, why? And can we provide any kind of counseling or any kind of other support to make sure that they're not deeply entrenched into the system?
Before we want to make sure that you know how to contact PanLeft and take a look at what's happening with the Governor's Youth Commission. But Mary Charlotte, or has PanLeft done some, short films or short pieces or documentaries about these issues, these youth issues? I mean, is there a tie-in there?
There is a tie-in there through PanLeft. I know Andres has worked on the Be Free Pima campaign, where that was underage drinking.
Right,
correct?
it was underage drinking.
Yeah.
And also just sort of to talk about a discussion that I had with Mary Charlotte last week, the Governor's Youth Commission is very much looking forward to having this policy report that I just talked about. We're going to have that, but it's actually going to be something for next year's commissioners to create a video short of those 4 areas: youth experiencing homelessness, domestic violence, education, and substance abuse. And PanLeft is going to be totally involved with that. And we're looking forward to that collaboration.
All right. And if you're interested in finding out more, let's take a look at how you can learn more about PanLeft. And PanLeft is the director's close-up, but you can always go to the website, panleft.org. That's panleft.org. And for the Governor's Youth Commission, I always want to add an extra word, it's the Office of Children, Youth, and Families. And you can go and see what's happening there at gocyf.az/gov/G YC. That's a lot, yeah.
We're trying to address that, and if I can, so I have represented Tucson on the Governor's Youth Commission for quite some time, and remember that there are 40 of us, and we're all spread out throughout the state. We're actually, right now, we have a link online on that website where there's an application. The deadline for next year's commissioners to apply is coming up next Friday, so we're very much looking forward to having a lot of Tucson representatives represented on the commission.
Great. Mary Charlotte, talk about PanLeft filmmakers and why, as local voices. And you said, if somebody submits a proposal and it's kind of in line with the mission, would you describe PanLeft as being, what are you?
Well, we're definitely not pan-right.
Okay.
I'll just put it that way. We're PanLeft. We work with, we do a lot of things to help community voice. We all have a voice, but a lot of times it doesn't get heard in the mainstream media. And so we work to help that voice get out into our communities.
Homelessness and a lot of disenfranchised.
Right. So we work to speak to issues that we don't see that are being represented in the mainstream media. And we can do this in a number of different ways. You can come and make a proposal, but another thing that we do is we also provide screenings and other opportunities for the public to participate in media making.
That was just my next question. Where do you show all of this? Because you don't have a theater. So you're showing, you're doing screenings around town.
We're doing them around town. We also participate in film festivals. We've shown nationally in film festivals. And then we also just have events where people can interact with media. Should I go ahead and tell you about our last event?
Sure.
We did a video postcard to Obama for his inauguration. So the weekend before, we invited the Tucson community to come down and tell the president, our new president, their hopes and dreams and fears for the next 4 years.
And this was right before the inauguration,
Right
correct?
before the inauguration.
All right. So let's take a look at Postcards for Obama and see what Tucsonans, what words of wisdom they had for the new president. Let's take a look.
Hi, President Obama.
Hey, Mr. President.
Hi, Mr. President.
Hello, President Obama.
President Obama. Dang, I guess it's inauguration time.
President Obama, thank you for hearing me.
I'm an artist. I am an atmospheric scientist.
We're a lesbian couple.
I'm professor of German studies.
I am the son and grandson of Mexican immigrants.
I'm also an immigrant from Mexico, and this past November I voted for the first time for you.
There's just a few things that I wanted to say to you.
I would like to give you encouragement in the work that you're about to do for the next 4 years.
You have your work cut out for you, as do your supporters, as does the Congress, the legislators.
And with our fellow citizens and our neighbors and families to do what we can to bring about change.
You're not in this alone. We're all still out here, every single one of us who elected you. We're all going to be working to make sure that everything that we can get done will be done in the next 8 years.
I think that you're being left to, or being brought in to clean up a mess that is impossible, really, to clean up. And I'm harboring every hope that you will go forward with courage as opposed to ambition.
I just hope that you will keep to your ideals and lead America to a better place.
Please get out of Afghanistan.
Get us out of Iraq.
We're worried about the rise in discrimination.
And I hear that you're against a free trade agreement with Colombia, and I really want you to pull through on that one for us. No free trade agreement with Colombia.
Real change in America depends on quality education.
Strengthen the education from K through 16 in every sense.
You need to be much more independent, not dependent on oil.
Give people some green training. We're seeing a lot of troubled people in our family, in our clients, all around us. I mean, people who are really hurting, losing their homes, losing their jobs.
On health care, many of us don't have medical insurance.
I just want to tell Obama ask Obama if he could better the laws of skateboarding.
Assist with love, don't bomb and hate.
In the United States overall, 2 million people are locked up in prison.
I've done over 17 years in prison, and I think that the way people are being punished in this state is just wrong.
The wall that runs along the border with the United States and Mexico, I think it represents one of the greatest threats to modern democracy.
Segregation is alive and well, especially on the border.
A request that you support bilingual education and also the education and preparation of immigrant students in this country so that they can be better members of society.
The rights of unions to organize and the rights of workers to join a union just by indicating that preference on a card.
One of the most important things that you could do in your administration is to empower the working people, and I know that you believe that the working people need to be respected.
We believe that our rights are human rights and that you will work towards giving all of us equal rights.
The night that I was watching the elections, I was very proud to experience everybody's joy.
And it is more than inspiration for me. I am planning to attend law school and get my JD MPP or JD MPA starting in 2009.
I want to thank you for being a ray of hope in this time.
Congratulations, President Obama.
I woke up this morning, I'm just
filled with joy.
The pressure is on for you to maintain some integrity.
At no point during your 4 years do I ever say, oh, he's just a politician, because that would be disappointing.
It is not cowardice, but caution that is the enemy. And you appear to be a man who knows the difference. Thank you for giving us hope.
We wish you great success. Gracias.
Hello, welcome back. It's Government Connection. I'm Vicki Evans, and we are learning about PanLeft with Mary Charlotte Thurtle, the Executive Director, and board member and young filmmaker Andres Cano. So thank you again. Where did you do that?
We did that at our studios, which is very small and humble on South 6th Avenue. We actually had to kind of commandeer an office from a neighbor to set up all of the cameras, and we had a big bonfire out back and food, and about 150 people showed up, 50 of which participated in the postcard.
Wow.
And just as a board member, you know, I'm also always looking at outreach, and this got great press coverage from the Arizona Daily Star. That video that you just saw, some footage of it was actually put on azstarnet.com. So it was a great opportunity for people to really
I have to ask,
realize
was this postcard sent?
Yes.
And how does one send something
you
to the
just send
president?
it to the Pennsylvania Avenue, to the White House.
Did you get a response?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But we're hoping to. We asked him to at least take 5 minutes out of his time to
listen to what people that's
and,
great.
And our well wishes for him.
Right, that's very, very good. You know, we've talked a little about how PanLeft works. Do you, that present a proposal, you have cameras.
Mm-hmm.
How does the actual shooting day, how do you schedule things and,
Well,
that
this
kind
is
of thing?
Probably one thing that's really unique about PanLeft. We're a collective. So that means that people in the organization make the decisions about how the organization is run. So if you come and you're a member, then you're part of the decision-making body. We basically schedule everything. People reserve times, and if there's a problem, then we'll work it out with whoever. But yeah, we managed to share the equipment quite well, actually.
That's great. So how many projects would you have going on at one time?
Oh.
How schizophrenic are you? Because it is, right? In case people don't know, video takes a lot of time and a lot of planning.
I believe we have about 7 works in production right now, and that does not include the work that we do for other community groups. We also have a fee-for-service program where we provide low-cost media services to nonprofits and other progressive organizations. So between that and all of our events that we're planning, we're quite busy.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a especially busy time because, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's quinceañera.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what can people go to? What are you planning?
Well,
and start chronologically. Sorry, Mary Charlotte, didn't mean like the first one and then the second one.
The first one is we're having the Arizona International Film Festival has devoted a day to PanLeft this year in celebration. And we will be having, that will be on April 19th. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay, starting at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m., all of this will take place at the screening room downtown, and it's all free, which is awesome of the International Film Festival to do this. At 1 p.m. will be a retrospective of 15 years of filmmaking. It will kind of show our growth as filmmakers over the last 15 years. And then, Andres, do you want to talk about the next 2 events as part of that?
There's also going to be this youth panel where we're going to...
Well, let's go to, do you mind, April 26th, just so we can follow, like, director's
this is still part of it.
Oh, we're still on the April 19th.
We're still on April 19th is going to be very, very busy, Vicki.
It's a whole day. They devoted a whole day to it.
So there's
my
there's going to be a
gosh.
youth panel, and PanLeft has this amazing program called As I See It, which is a partnership with City High School, a downtown charter school, and some representatives from that school, high school students, are going to be talking about the work that they've done with PanLeft on April 19th.
And then Speak for Yourself. So it's Speak for Yourself, a panel of youth in media, and then a showing of the works. Is that
right?
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's great works. I mean, they've chosen some
there are.
topics that are really important to them, stuff like abortion and homelessness. There's some really, really serious topics in there that'll be shown.
Well, we showed, you mentioned Snapback, which was a project you were involved with PanLeft, and we aired that on Access Tucson. And I have to admit, I was really amazed at the quality of the work. I loved the open. If it were on while I was walking in the hallway, I would always stop and watch. So my hat's off to all of you. You do a great job.
Thank you.
So now tell me what's on the 26th.
On the 26th is our Director's Close-Up Fundraising Brunch. It's going to be at Pastiche, and there will also be a silent auction. And this is going to be a time for people of the community to come and get close with our directors at PanLeft.
Ask all the questions you want.
Ask all the questions you want. We'll have a little retrospective on film, and different members from the community are coming to speak in support of us.
And that's May 26th, which is a Sunday, and then Friday.
That's April 26th.
April 26th. I better get out of the date business, right? So what's after that on May?
Well, Friday, May 1st, we are putting together an art show, an auction that will be at Dinnerware Gallery. A number of artists in town have come together to support PanLeft, donating pieces, and the name of the show is called Represent Our Collective Body, which is, the pieces are themed around issues of embodiment and community, issues of race, reproduction, sexual freedom, those gender identity.
Right.
Yeah. So those that is free to come and look, but we encourage people to also bid on the auction items there.
Right.
And then the big grand finale will be on Saturday, May 2nd. Calexico, which many people know, that band here in town, is going to do a benefit for PanLeft and Gentle Hands Child Center.
All right.
And that will be our big quinceañera party.
All right.
And will be at the Rialto Theater.
Okay. Great, great. So a lot of fun and a lot of opportunity to talk to Tucson filmmakers. So let's go through it once more, and I'm going to show you on the screen so I don't get it wrong here. But we're going to start with the April 19th event, which is again at the Arizona Screening Room, retrospective 15 years of PanLeft works. And from 3 to about 4:35, it'll be youth in media and featuring the youth that have learned and worked with PanLeft, and your opportunity to see the work they do, talk with them. And then Sunday, April 26th, is the Director's Close-Up, and this is the fundraising brunch at Pastiche Modern Eatery, very nice, which is a 3025 North Campbell Avenue, once again, 3025 North Campbell Avenue. That is Sunday, April 26th, 10:30 a.m. brunch. And Friday, May 1st, this Represent Our Collective Body art show and auction at the Dinnerware Gallery, and that's downtown, 264 East Congress. And then, as Mary Charlotte said, we're all invited to the birthday party, the 15th anniversary, really party quinceañera, featuring Calexico in concert, and all proceeds benefit PanLeft. It's where is it? At the Rialto.
It's at the
How
Rialto.
fun is that going to be?
Yeah.
Huh? At the Rialto Theater, 318 East Congress. And again, for more information about this, go to panleft.org. That's panleft.org. Let's, and we want to give you, we're just piling on the information. But Andres, I think, was talking about all the work and the interesting and the very beneficial things that youth are doing to help themselves and to let the rest of us know with the Governor's Youth Commission. And please check that website. It's gocyf.az/gov/capital G, capital Y, capital C, and we only have about 3 minutes left.
We were joking that Mary Charlotte's not going to be resting this month.
I know.
There's 4 events, one right after the other.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun and a ton of work. But with 3 minutes left, I wanted to ask first, Mary Charlotte, how do you see PanLeft evolving, future, and then also, Andres, your own future? Here you are, so involved and obviously loving filmmaking. How will you use that once you're away at college? So let's start with you, Mary Charlotte.
Okay, well, PanLeft has been increasingly called upon in the community to provide services and education, primarily in media production and media literacy. So I see that becoming more and more a part of what we do in the community here, in addition to, our own filmmaking, working more and more and partnering more and more in the community.
Right,
So.
and you get more and more members, right, each time,
Yeah, each time we do
Andres,
that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the interest. I actually have just confirmed my housing at Arizona State University. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Go Devils, huh?
So we get to keep them here in the state.
I'll be 2 hours away. And actually, just to tie everything in with this topic of media activism, I'm hoping to, I have been accepted to the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism there.
Wow, that's
they have
bravo.
a new downtown campus
Yeah.
and skyrise dorms. It's going to be a phenomenal opportunity. I'm really looking forward to it.
Wow, congratulations for sure. And then you work, you're busy. Both of you are.
Yeah.
But you also work in the summer too, don't you?
I do. For the past 3 summers, I've worked with the Pima County Summer Youth Program, and right now, I think the majority of my time is actually with Chairman Richard Elias. I got to meet him last summer when I was with the Summer Youth Program. I was working for County Administrator Chuck Huckleberry, and just through that job, got to meet the chairman, and he and I, of course, I think really got along well, and now I'm in his office Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I'm actually just coming from there.
For any young person listening to this, Andres, you're very busy, you're obviously successful, but it's the result of a lot of hard work. And people young people looking at you saying, you only got about 30 seconds. I can't do that. He's got all the breaks. It's, I'll never be able to do that. What would you say?
Sure. Well, for too long, the issues of our youth have been pushed aside and left in the dark, but that's changing, and there are organizations like PanLeft all over that are doing great work.
All right, and time is up, and it went very fast. Thank you both. Congratulations, happy birthday. Congratulations, happy birthday. Thanks, everyone.